Hey Adam, how you doing?
Doing very well, thank you.
Glad to hear it. And you're here to promote your brand new album, which is called the Midsummer Station, out 20th of August.
Correct.
Tell me about the album.
It's dancey, it's poppy, it's a bit of a different sound than my old records, but that's a good thing because it's about trying new things and it's about experimenting, and I'm very excited.
And it's been 2 years since you last released, so tell me what you've been up to in that time.
Just kind of hanging out, doing my thing. It takes me a long time to do anything creatively because I'm always worried that it's not perfect. But I feel really good about this new record and the time that I put into it and the energy, and yeah, really looking forward to share it with the world.
Now, it's previously been said that you write a lot of your music in your parents' basement. Is this still the case?
I have my own basement now, but still underground, no windows. And there's something about it. I don't know. This is the only atmosphere I've ever known. I haven't ever known, the big fancy like executive LA studio. My studio's in my house, so I can wake up and go into the studio and work. No time restrictions. I can leave when I want. It's like the most creatively conducive atmosphere for me, so it works out.
And have you got a favourite track on the album?
There's a track called Metropolis I really enjoy. Basically about a superhero and what he has to deal with behind the scenes. Everyone thinks superheroes are bulletproof and they're invincible, but they have baggage, just like anybody else. I'm a real big fan of Batman, the Batman and films, so that was kind of inspired by those.
So if you could be any Batman baddie, who would you be?
That's a good question. I don't know. I just saw the new one, and Bane, he was so bad. He was such a bad guy. It was cool. It was cool.
So definitely a fan. What about Spider-Man?
Spider-Man's good too. I think I like the Batman series a little bit more because it's like a little darker or something about it. Maybe just the way it's filmed and conceptualized. But yeah, I'm definitely a superhero guy.
The lead track's going to be the Carly Rae Jepsen song, isn't it? Good Time.
It's a great time. It's a good time.
You certainly look like having a good time in the video.
Yeah, that's what we try to do is capture people having a good time and just visually connect with the music and make the two gel together. And when you have a good time, you sometimes go camping. So we wanted to, have a bunch of people hanging out, going camping, and try to capture summer, in the camera. So I think we did a good job.
And who instigated the situation with the slush puppies?
The slush, yeah, that was just the.
Was that you or was it Carly?
It was the director's idea, but he said, "What if Carly goes up to get a slushie and the machine breaks and it doesn't stop coming out, And then Adam goes to save the day and helps it. So maybe I am a superhero. I don't know."
It's a bit ironic that you should have teamed up with her because obviously her huge hit "Call Me Maybe." I've heard that you're terrified of phone conversations.
That's very true. Very true. There's something about phones. I can't see the person. I'm not sure what they look like. I don't know what it is. Is a weird thing with me and phones, but it's part of life. So call me maybe. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
So what would your chat up line be?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, the great one someone else told me is your last name Jacobs?
Jacobs.
Because you're a right cracker.
Very nice. Very nice.
Now, I was looking online to try and see if I could find any random facts about you. And there were a couple. Apparently, you can't read with socks on.
I can't. Well, because when I read in bed, you can't get into bed with your socks on. It's like you should be thrown in jail for that. So I open a book in bed, and if I have my socks on, I can't understand the words on the page because something is wrong. So I have to take off my socks, and then I'm good. That's a good fact, though. You're a good detective.
Thank you. I do try. And I also heard you're rather partial to the word rapscallion.
It's a good word. Something about that word. It sounds like a food. It sounds like a shrimp dish, but it's not. So maybe I am a bit of a rapscallion, but it's cool. It's a good word.
I quite like the word lugubrious.
Lugubrious, that is a good word too.
Any other word you're fond of?
I really like the word cube, C-U-B-E. I don't know why. It sounds like an ice cube. What are those words called when the word sounds like the thing it's describing? I don't know why cube. To me, it just sounds like cube.
Also a great movie.
Cube, yes.
Now, I know you get asked all the time, why our city? I'm going to turn that around and I'm going to ask, why our city? Because I've heard you've got an intense dislike for owls.
It's owls. I mean, they tend to show up and puke everywhere, and they leave those little pellets, full of like rat bones and mouse. And it's kind of disgusting. So where I'm from, there's those pellets everywhere. Like my backyard is full of owl pellets that they've erped up, and and you can't really mow the lawn because you chop them all up, and it's disgusting. So they're kind of dirty, dirty birds. But it's a good question.
So you're from Minnesota originally, and you're over in London. How does London compare to Minnesota?
There's people say brilliant all the time, and I love that. I love and back home they would say like sweet or cool, but they say brilliant. That's brilliant. I love the accents. I love the culture. I love just the vibe in general. And London is, grew up singing London Bridges as a little kid. I never thought I'd come to London or to have the means, or certainly not to play music here. And I've just played a show, our 4th show in London, and it's amazing.
I was actually there. Everyone certainly seemed to be having a good time. So what's coming up that you're looking forward to?
More shows, more touring, more of everything. Just to keep this thing going is my dream.
Going to be touring, aren't you, later here?
Yep. It's basically between now and Christmas, tour, and more touring.
Is that your favourite part?
Studio is my favorite, but touring is good because it gets you out of the studio and it gets you out of a little dark room for 6 months. Yeah, so I do like it.
And have you gotten to see much of the Olympics?
Not really much. I saw some guys jumping on a trampoline a while back who were very talented, and I thought I could never do that. So and then someone changed the channel.
If I were to give you a medal for something, not necessarily sporting related, what would it be?
That's a good question. Maybe my ability to eat large amounts of food. For some reason, I can just put away a lot of food at once, and everyone's like, "You ate all of that? Like, how are you not 100 million pounds?" But I don't know.
Any message for your fans? Because they obviously are very dedicated.
Just that I really appreciate their dedication and how I obviously couldn't do this at the level that I can without them. So, just very appreciative of their support over the years and sticking with me and all the stuff I'm involved with and the whole whirlwind. It's so cool to have people out there appreciating what I do, and it's very humbling.
You've got a huge online following, haven't you? Do you believe MySpace is dead?
Yeah, kind of, and I certainly happened to be in the right place at the right time when MySpace was at the top. So I definitely am very thankful for that. I don't think I'd have a career without MySpace, which is a big statement, but I think it's very accurate. So it might be dead, but there's always something else to do what it does, maybe the same or maybe better. So what it stands for is very much more alive than it ever was.
It seems a very big thing, though, that people do want that kind of interaction from artists, though, online, because feeling like they know them. What advice would you give to artists looking to build an online community?
Make sure that you're always putting blogs, tweets, whatever it is, out there so that you are reachable in an indirect way. I think so often artists somehow take on the persona of being untouchable or being, don't have time for anybody. And I think with the internet, because it's quick, it's fast, it's immediate, it's everywhere, you can put the smallest little sentence out or photo or whatever it is for people to just stumble upon and discover and share and whatever. I think that gives a level of direct, some kind of indirect but yet direct contact with artists and fans. I think it's important to have that presence because it shows you that you care.
Well, thanks, Adam. It's been an absolute pleasure. Wishing you all the best with the Midsummer Station out 20th of August, and look forward to seeing more from you.
Thank you very much.